leads perfectly on to our next speaker. I think I see him somewhere around there. Is Mickey around? Oh, here's Mickey Summers, and that's what they're trying to monitor our children. Now, Mickey will tell you what actually happens when governments, a corrupt society, get out of control, and what happens to children.
Yeah, I'd like to open just by saying it was recently announced on TV that Nottingham is destined to be the next city of culture. Well, I'm here to tell you about the culture of paedophilia, because this is something that's been rampant in Nottingham for over 6 decades. It's something that myself and many other people have exposed. I expose it as a survivor of that, and I just want to give you a little bit of information here, because these are actual facts that come from, they actually came from Adrian Pearson, a Nottingham police officer that was removed from Operation Equinox because he divulged these pieces of information that were already in the public domain. But currently, we have 680 allegations of child sexual abuse of children in children's homes. There's 306 survivors. Now, when I came into this, there was 29 survivors. Now, through me putting my head above the parapet, along with a lot of others, and creating a bit of havoc along the way, we now have 306 survivors. And we're currently getting another 5 a week coming forward. You know, and we have 400 plus perpetrators. Now, the police also have 11,000 plus lines of inquiry. We can announce though that the Truth Project, the independent inquiry into child sexual abuse, it's imminent into coming into Nottingham. We're in direct dialogue with them, and that is like a massive achievement that myself, David Hollis, retired Army Colonel, Mandy Copeland, Nigel O'Mara from White Clouds, we've took it directly to the inquiry after we petitioned the councils for a public inquiry. They agreed in principle and then did the dirty, and they held what they call a safeguarding review. But to take it backwards, I came into this in 2003. I went to the police and I got a failed investigation. I went to the council in September or October, making phone calls 3-4 times a week. Now, these phone calls, under so-called data protection laws that came in, that people were talking about, they're meant to be there to protect people like myself. And the calls that I made, they should have been logged. And it's very old law, because like the councils here in Nottingham and the county, they have a habit of losing things or saying that they've been destroyed. Well, they told me a long time ago that the only thing that they had on me was page 48 of a Beechwood Children's Home register, outside the timeline of abuse. Well, here we have a stack of documents that it procured my actual timeline of quite a bit of my childhood, but my stuff goes back to the 60s, and my stuff started at school. It's funny that people were talking about schools, now they're collecting data, because one thing that we have ascertained is that as far as children in Nottingham are concerned, there was a paedophile ring at the core of anything to connect to children. It ran from school teachers to headmasters to social workers to children's home managers, even a director of social services. The very people that we entrust our children with. My experience has started with a school teacher that research has proved was dismissed from the county council and reinstated by the city. Now, we know all about DBS checks and CRB checks in today's age, but back in those days there's a thing called a Z-list. Now, that Z-list would have meant that a school teacher by the name of John Bowley, who came from a Nottinghamshire County Council school, should never have been employed at the city school, but he was employed at my school molesting kids, and he was part of the reason, alongside Peter Howard, the headmaster, that I stopped going. I was actually sexually assaulted by my school headmaster, which resulted me in ending up into care. But what they did, they looked at vulnerable children and things that were going on, and they didn't store later how they can today, but some of it was done in written reports, and kids were targeted. Through that targeting system that they had, they would pass the information up to the children's department, and it would then be assessed, and what they would do then is they'd take these vulnerable children, put them in places of care, and I'm just going to go off on one element of what they did. People would get put to care, to children's homes, to get sent to approved schools. Some of them were even selected to go to a place called Aston Hall in Derby. And Aston Hall was run by Dr. Milner. And Nottingham City Council and the County Council deny any knowledge of this role. And here I identified because he was involved in my case. Milner was involved in experiments on children at Aston Hall, using anaesthetics, psychedelics, and barbiturates, and it's a whole catalogue of abuses that went on there. And these were all people that were targeted, you know, vulnerable children. The City Council, they had an actual thing of total denial. As far as I was concerned, the only data they had on me was Beetle registered in 1969 outside of the timeline, but we've uncovered a lot more along the way. They've systematically, like ethnic cleansing, removed me from the system. During the timeline of my abuse, when I was trafficked around the country, there's several councils that should have a known persons file on me. That known persons file, like, should still be on their databases. All these councils say they don't exist, yet they're named in these documents. And we've been talking about the work of the Information Commissioner's Office. Well, my previous experience of the Information Commissioner's Office has been one of, they're about as much use as an ashtray on a motorbike. And we've recently had to go back to them with some of the evidence, but it started for me 3.5 years ago. Through a few psychological things, I had to relook at my periods of child abuse, and I ended up coming into a thing called Operation Daybreak here in Nottingham. It started, as I said earlier, that there was 29 survivors in this investigation, and it mainly centred around Beechwood Children's Home. There was places that I identified, and many of the places I did identify were denied by the council. I'll just cite one of them, Hazelwood Children's Home. That was denied it ever existed. But as soon as I put my head above the parapet, other survivors started coming forward, and we actually eventually got it acknowledged by the police. And for a long time, the council was just in denial of it. At the time I came into it, they was claiming that it only involved 3 children's homes, a very small number of survivors, and basically it was going to be a nothing inquiry. Well, 3.5 years on, the figures that I just give you tell a totally different story. It's a national scandal, really, that kids were trafficked. But I have to say that without people like yourselves becoming aware of what's going on, making other people more aware, the use of social media and things like YouTube, we've actually, to use my term, we've ripped the arse out of them, and we've totally exposed it. And if you'd said to me 5 years ago that I'd be on a platform that's actually brought a national inquiry into Nottingham that's going to make the actual inquiry a case study that's going to be used as the actual model for the whole inquiry, and that Nottingham's going to be it. Well, it also comes down to the fact that there's something like 24,000 separate strands of investigation. Nottingham holds over a quarter of those statistics, and we've just been relentless, and we have took it to them. I mean, what they've done, you know, is well, it's beyond anything that I could ever have comprehended. But what they've done since, like, to hide it, you know, who would want to hide a paedophile? You know, and like I need to ask questions at the inquiry when it does come to Nottingham about people like Ian Collier, the current chief executive of Nottingham City Council. He told me that many places that I named didn't exist, and that perpetrators that I named were figments of my imagination, basically. The man that I identified as my rapist, he was known as Mr. Smith to me, in the children's home just called Uncle John. We found his real identity, and when we did find his real identity, the council had already told the police that Mr. Smith had never held that job. Well, when we exposed it through documents that we found, they changed their stance. We have no records beyond 1974. Now, the significance of 1974 is they handed over the unitary authority to the county council. And it's the county council that say my files were deleted in 1978. Well, for it to get onto a computer, and this is where we're talking about data, a computer can only tell you what's been put into it. Now, everything that was put on about childcare records came from a thing called microfiche. Now, microfiche, would be backtracked, you know, so through subject access and freedom of information, I've demanded on numerous occasions that they explain to me, by showing me, microfiche that says my files were destroyed, which would also then backtrack to a logbook or a register that shows my childcare records were destroyed. Now, I know this because people that have worked with us have worked in records. You know, they think they're dealing with fraud. Well, they can't produce the logbooks that say that my records were destroyed. They can't produce the microfiche. But they can give me some of these records that I now have. Now, it comes as a very big surprise that it took a long time for my case to get to the CPS, and eventually, through police corruption, council corruption, and I will go through a couple of things that happened along the way. We have a thing called safeguarding that the police, the social services, and other agencies share data. Now, I've come into this as an adult, and they've used safeguarding laws, treating my evidence as if I'm a child. And what they've done, they've shared people's evidence. Now, when they've shared the evidence, this is the police sharing it with the alleged perpetrators, they've given them my timeline, my everything that I've given to them, but that's enabled them to destroy records. Now, I don't have factual proof, but we do have whistleblowers that have come forward that's backed up quite a lot. And from using those safeguarding laws, we've managed to nail down what they've done, and we've put a stop to it. We've done a lot of things that's led to the thing where we were hopeful that we would get an independent inquiry, but we've now got the action inquiry. But we have other perpetrators along the way as well that need looking into. We need to look at the local crime commission, Paddy Tipping. Now, Paddy Tipping, he first and foremost ran a youth club that was run by the church. Now, this was originally about him doing work with skinheads, but when I was attending that place around 1970, those young black kids that got molested, I'm not saying he was involved in it, but he would have had knowledge of it. When we started getting no answers from the police or the councils, we went to the Crime Commissioner and he promised all kinds of things. Well, I'd done my research on him and it turns out that he was a social worker in the 70s. So we went along the route of saying, well, did you know Alan Smith? Alan Smith being my rapist, he denied it. We have witnesses that prove it. Well, 6 months down the line, we got back to Mr. Tipping, and we actually started talking about the infrastructure of social services, and he said that it was a brutal regime, and lots of things that were not nice by today's standards. And I came with the question, well, you must remember Alan Smith. And he popped his head up like a jack-in-the-box saying, oh, yes, I remember him, he was my boss. He was the regional director of social services. Yeah, you just couldn't write the script, but you see, Tipping went on then to work for the Children's Society. The Children's Society was actually run by the Church of England, and this inquiry into historic child abuse is not just looking at the councils, they're looking at the churches and all these other institutions, because well, these places like the Boys Brigade, Boy Scouts, they're all magnets, and these magnets led to children being trafficked. I was trafficked around 5 different counties. None of them have anything of mine. But we are actually making a pretty good fight back, because we did go to another police force, and myself, a senior officer, and another campaigner called Russell Burton, we actually met the director of social services for one of these councils. One of them has no records of me, and they've basically said I didn't exist. Well, now that we've proved that they exist, we do actually have another police force that's actually going to run an investigation. I've recently, in the last 3 days, got back from the Information Commissioner's office, presented them with that, because they have all the denials that both the city and the county council actually made approximately 2 years ago. And these are crimes that they've done. We have to remember that. You know, for them to hide something, in those documents there is my timeline, and my timeline would have actually assisted the police in their investigation. And my timeline that I gave in evidence is almost date perfect. I've never forgot what happened to me, and I probably never will. But what they've done to hide their paedophiles in this city, in both the county council and the city council, is beyond belief. All I can say is that, you know, if you're searching for something, don't give up, because we haven't. I am grateful for a lot of people that are in this room today, because without some of you guys, we would never have made the progress that we made. You know, we can talk about a lot of things that's gone on along this journey, but I think some of the most final things that did happen were, I went to stand against the City Councillor John Collins in the local elections.
Councillor John Collins.
And the dirty tricks, well, I've been living in America for the previous 5.5 years when the elections were coming, and allegedly I was a high-profile person to the British National Party, the EDL, and a far-right group called Pepegida. Now, we all know that St Anne's is a multiracial area, and I started getting phone calls saying that I'm this, that and the other. Well, the only person that information could have come from was people like John Collins, who's got, they've all got plenty to hide. They've used dirty tricks like injunctions. Now, Guy Taylor and Mark could tell you a few stories about their unlawful injunctions. I mean, the first time we actually went to court, I was actually having a good laugh about it, looking over at the court today, because we went in there and asked, are you actually under your oath? and the circuit judge, he wouldn't answer. Well, Guy, being Guy, he told him he would arrest him, and we all searched for him, and he locked himself in his room. And that was the start of us saying that we're not taking this shit no more. But we knew what was coming next. Judge Gosmark. As we all know, Tom's very familiar about Judge Gosmark, but I'll give Judge Gosmark one piece of credit. He actually said that he would uphold my rights, my freedom to protest. And my freedom to protest, well, they started on September the 9th, 2014, when I took control of the council house, their chamber where they had their meetings. And I told them I've come back. And I've come back to get my piece of justice, and part of that was aimed at the liar, the current chief executive of Nottingham City Council. I told him that you lie to me one more time, I will come to your office in Loxley House, I will go to your councillors' meetings in their surgeries, I will come to your council house when you have your main meetings. And over and above that, if I don't get success, I'll come to you from the door, and that's what I had to do. I just remember the morning, just after the elections, after the invasion of the council house, I actually went to his house in Julian Road, West Bridgford, and I let him know that I'd come to talk about paedophilia, and his neighbours weren't that impressed. But you've got to do what you've got to do. And this is all part of the injunction that they took out. Another one was Alison Machalska. Now, Alison Machalska, she's the current director of social services. Now, she has a history all of her own. She came from Humberside, East Riding Social Services, and there was a big case about Baby F, and she was about to go under a major scrutiny, and she left. And she was headhunted by Nottingham City Council. Now, this is what they do. You get exposed, and they move them on the merry-go-round. And that's what they do to Alison Machalska. Well, Alison Machalska doesn't like me anyway, because I've exposed her for what she is. And on social media, I put a post up about I was going to go and meet her on a blind date in Blackpool. I added to it though that not even the time would want to take her out. I just constantly sniped at them, and I just remember George Gosmark being of the mind that why are these people using your council tax money, to bring matters to the court over personal matters, and this is something that I am going to pose to the inquiry, because this is corruption, and this is what we're dealing with. They play on fear. My fear started as a child of being sexually molested, forced into sexual acts and raped by the head of social services, and now their fear is that, well, they'll threaten to do this and that and the other. We had another thing on the way, both myself, Mark, Zero the barber, and one of the others that used to work with us. We were all sent a letter from Community Protection saying that we weren't allowed to talk to each other, we weren't allowed to do that. Basically, we weren't to be in Nottingham or have any connections at all. Well, we actually phoned them up and said, we need to speak to Mr, Miss, or Mrs Community Protection. Because there's no reference number, there's no email, no nothing, just the City Council logo. And for a long time they tried to say that this is a court order. No, this is just a piece of paper that wasn't even worth the value of the paper. Because at the end of the day, we actually had the police inspector tell us that it wasn't a court document. So they did what they did with the injunction, but all that did, it created more publicity, and that publicity, it just generated more survivors coming forward. I have to say that since visits down to Parliament and what we've done along the way. My name might just be synonymous with the Nottingham campaign, but at the end of the day, I haven't done this on my own. I'm just the cannibal. It's people like a guy called Graham Holden from Burnley, a lifelong friend, who whilst I was in the States and couldn't do anything about protesting about what was going on, started the campaign, and he ended up a retired army colonel that's got a conscience. He understands how they work, and he created the platform that today we look at what is about to come, and when the inquiry does come to Nottingham, I expect to see something like what happened in Nottingham. We've ascertained that as far as support services go in Nottingham, they're virtually non-existent, and I actually went down to the reception in County Hall the day that the county actually apologised to what had happened to people in their establishment, and said that I need to speak to the current leader of the county council. We need support packages, and for the last 18 months we've worked diligently. We've exposed the fact that none of these services have ever been recommissioned since 2007, and we're now getting that process done. We've got the inquiry coming, and I can say it's going to be here in the summer, and all I can say is that without people that attend these meetings, people that have attended the rallies that we've done, the protests we've done, circulated videos that Mark and many others have done, we would be nowhere near exposing the national scale of what's going on. But I'm going to wrap it up by saying that out of all the statistics that they have, over a quarter of the national victims of historical child abuse in council children's homes, over a quarter belong to Nottingham. So, you know, if you look at your families, right, there must be, if you don't know someone, there will be someone who knows someone, you know, and it's just beyond belief that it ever got to that stage, but we can't do nothing about it until we get rid of the people that are currently in power. The people that are currently in power are doing all they can, using their acts and statutes and that to try to silence us. Well, the one thing that I live by is silence is not justice. My name is Mickey Summers, and thanks for listening.